I'm going to laugh when in Game 5, ErA draws the game somehow, and we have to play another game.
Why would you put that out there?
Because it's going to happen.
That's twice that you've done it now.
It's going to happen.
Now it's just going to happen. We're going to find out if whether or not ErA can win game number 4, set it to game 5, and draw that game or not, because game number 4 is getting underway right now. Kaldi has a chance to close it out. ErA's going to need 2 straight if he wants to pick up this series and a little bit extra money.
Yeah, ErA, though, now that I think about it, doesn't play a lot of decks that can actually draw games, but
all he needs is a Hellfire.
Yep, and here we see from Kaldi the deck that he's been playing a lot lately, and we haven't seen in the hands of many other people this season.
Yeah, this is matchup. I feel like it's pretty darn poor overall. You know, Paladin I don't think matches up too terribly well versus Grim Patron. You know, you're fighting against everything the whole game, but you have to keep yourself protected from major turns that are happening. You have to get the pressure on, and you're always worried about big Grim Patron turns.
Yeah, it just feels like you're fighting so many fights all at once. Like you're trying to get stuff going, you're trying to kill your opponent ErA, but you're also trying to be defensive all at the same time.
Yeah. Now, the one benefit I think that he has this one is that ErA doesn't know exactly which one it is. If he's been paying attention to Kaldi, he knows that it's more likely he's playing this version. And with Kaldi's particular draw, I think the jig's going to be up on turn 1.
Yeah, Zombie Chow not usually found in the aggressive versions of aggro. I mean, in Paladin.
You don't want to heal your opponent for 5? That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, not really my bag.
Yeah, ErA's going to go ahead and play Unstable Goal, obviously with the intention of adding Acolyte of Pain behind this. So if Kaldi sniffs this out, I think he's got a pretty good situation here. The Cog Hammer would have taken away that potential, but I'm going to go ahead and go with this play instead. Doesn't even attack. So I'm a little bit interested by that.
I don't think he wants to give up his Zombie Chow.
Yeah, seems pretty unwilling to do so. But an ErA picking up Fiery War Axe, able to chew through it. Chow down a little bit.
I see what you did there.
Did you?
Yeah, I liked it.
It was a tough one.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
It was great.
It was awesome.
It was great.
Yeah, this play is pretty great.
Yeah, losing a multiple Divine Shield. When's the last time you saw a minion lose 2 Divine Shields in the same turn?
This one right here.
Oh, it just happened.
Yeah. Okay. Acolyte of Pain, still pretty good on this board, but he has lost a little bit of the potential value now.
Yeah, I mean, not having the Unstable Ghoul gonna slow him down just a little bit here, but honestly, he's not gonna be under a ton of pressure over the next couple of turns. It's not, you know, something that Paladin's known for doing. Is just really having a ton of reach and pushing you to have to make all these, you know, hard decisions and really try to win as quickly as possible. So ErA, I mean, he can just take his time.
Yeah, and take his time. Look like he's what he's going to do. Armorsmith, he's thinking about this before the Acolyte of Pain. I'm still a little bit surprised by this, but he's obviously, with this hand texture, he's looking for bigger turns with his Acolyte.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to get more than 1 card here from his Acolyte. That's always the dream. It's what you want in all of your matches. And I mean, anytime you're playing this card like this, you're not just trying to make it take 3 damage and draw 1 card.
Right.
I mean, that's actually not good enough.
So Kaldi's going to add some pressure here. It looks like a Lotheb. And now the question here is he ever attacking this Armorsmith twice in a row with the Cog Hammer, or is he just going to go upstairs?
He's just going to go upstairs.
Yeah, I don't mind this so much. Lotheb's still challenging this Armorsmith. You know, you're not too worried about their life total.
He can't execute this term as well.
Yeah. You know, your major concern is just value. You're trying to out-attrition them.
Yeah, I mean, if ErA were gonna run his Armorsmith into your Lotheb here and then try to execute next turn, I think you're okay with that. I mean, it's a good, you know, use of mana for you from the side of ErA.
And now with the Sludge Belcher, also protects him, the Lotheb from True Silver Champion. I'm sorry, from Despite, the warrior version of True Silver Champion.
Hey man, it's a 4-power, 4-mana weapon. You got it right in my book. It's been a long season. We're gonna miss 1 or 2.
They kind of have similar effects at times too. You know, if his Armorsmith's down, you gain some life when you attack.
Yeah, but one of them kills you way faster.
Yeah. A lot faster. It's a lot faster.
Despite's pretty unfair.
It's pretty unfair. So it looks like he's even going to Enrage here. Wants to make sure he gets 3 cards out of this Acolyte. Emperor Thorsan's not too shabby.
Yeah, this isn't the greatest Emperor Thorsan hand I've ever seen in my life, but I mean, it's still an Emperor Thorsan.
That's a 5/1 Acolyte of Pain.
Hard to find those.
So Kaldi just going to steamroll this whole board position. He says, here, have your extra cards. Deal with this board.
I like this play from Kaldi here. He's going to put a ton of pressure here on ErA, and he actually has ways to sweep up any big boards from ErA as well. He has an Equality plus a Consecration. Was that a Grim Patron that just got added to ErA's hand?
Yeah, it certainly was, but under this much pressure, I don't think that Emperor Thorsan's going to be able to drop this turn. I think he's got to go with Deathspite and try to get this board cleaned up. You know, ErA's looking at this board and going, Please no Quartermaster. Please no Quartermaster. Please no Quartermaster.
And Kaldi has them in his deck. We've seen this before from him.
Yeah.
Great turn here from ErA. If he can dodge a Quartermaster, he's poised to win this game.
Yeah, even going to add the Cruel Taskmaster here. I'm a little bit surprised by that. Trying to hedge his bets versus that particular card.
Yeah. Emperor Thorson added from Kaldi here. And one of my favorite cards in the game, sitting right next to it too. Good old Tyrion.
It's like, well, there's no other card sitting next to it, so I have to pick Tyrion, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to pick whichever one was the wrong card.
You just wanted to put your faith in the light.
Yeah. ErA still, pretty darn good turns from him, though. It's tough to deny the old Warsong Commander, Grim Patron, make 1,000 guys.
Start doing a whole bunch of stuff with That's what I mean. He gets to run over a ton of minions here before he takes care. This is the Nightmare turn. He's going to run over both of Kaldi's minions, and then he's going to use the Deathbite to take care of the Emperor Thorson, spawning even more Grim Patrons. But Kaldi can recover the Sport State.
Yeah, I mean, Quality Consecrate is going to be able to put him back into this one. And ErA's hand afterwards is pretty crippled.
Also, ErA is down to 15.
Yeah, that's another point, too. You're looking at 2 shots from Tyrion and a True Silver Champion.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get the True Silver Champion into play this turn. He has enough mana to do all of this.
So ErA looks a little bit nervous in this spot, too. I think he knows that the possibility of a Quality Consecrate's here, and he's definitely going to know it after this turn. This is always the bad news. The first card of this is always the one where you go, gosh darn it.
Dang it. They always have it.
But, he got this board from almost nothing. Kaldi just killed 7 minions, but this was only a couple cards from ErA.
Now, Kaldi's going to go back up to 12. ErA's down to 9 here, and he's still looking for pressure.
Emperor Thorson. Do you ever slam your own Emperor Thorson?
I was thinking about it. I think the answer is no, since you have 2 slams and a Battle Rage. You almost want Kaldi to attack your Emperor Thorson here in some way, but there's never a chance it's going to happen with this True Silver Champion unless you can somehow pair it with something. But you're just hoping that it does take up any attack from Kaldi here, because your life is getting threatened pretty quickly here.
Yeah, Kaldi looks like he's just going upstairs with this too. Just drop the Tyrion, 4 to the face, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, his decision actually got a tiny bit harder this turn, picking up Pilot Shredder, because he could actually add 2 minions. He could Sludge Belcher plus Pilot Shredder, but this adds so much pressure because ErA, they don't have silence effects in a Grim Patron deck. How is he going to deal with this Tyrion and then Ashbringer?
Yep, Kaldi doesn't even make a token here, wants to play around any shenanigans whatsoever. The 1/1's actually kind of become a liability this spot.
That was deliberate, him not making that guy, yeah. Now he's just going to slam his own Acolyte of Pain, I guess, and then Battle Rage. This gives him the most cards. This gives him the best chance to win this game from here, because he needs to find Frothing Berserker.
He needs to find Execute, too. I mean, he didn't have a way to really kill this Emperor quite yet. Inner Rage will also take care of it. But does he need that Inner Rage to do anything else?
Well, I mean, he picked up a Warsong Commander, and he has a Grim Patron.
Not only that, but this is getting scary. Like, now he's getting attacked for 5 every turn.
Well, not just that. He gets in 5 here, puts Kaldi down to 9. Kaldi needs to win now. ErA has lethal in his hand, right? That's 3, 6. Yeah, he has more than lethal in his hand here with Fiery War, Grim Patron, Warsong Commander. But the Sludge Belcher is going to have a few things to say.
Yeah, that's where the difference is right now, is that since he happens to have the Sludge Belcher, it's just extra stuff ErA has to chew through.
Well, ErA gets to make more Grim Patrons this way as well. There's a good chance he still has enough.
Yeah, I'm counting 3 extra damage he needed. Actually, not making that 1/1 is pretty vital this game.
Mm-hmm. All right, so he runs over the Sludge Belcher.
That makes
enough.
Yeah, that looks like enough to me.
Yeah. Because he's going to be able to make the Grim Patron spawn a bunch extra. He can run his Unstable Ghoul into just anything that can kill it. Yeah, this is enough here.
The Unstable Ghoul draw. Just any Whirlwind effect was going to be able to end this one, and since he happened to have Warsong Commander, Unstable Ghoul happens to be a Whirlwind. Just enough damage.
Yeah, and this way he gets the 5. Well, hold on.
Oh yeah, he's just got to go through the motions.
Yeah.
Just making his list and checking it twice. No reason not to take your time.
Yeah, I mean, he's got this one. He knows he does. He's just making sure he gets all of it right.
Yeah, we're going to game number 5, boys. ErA, doesn't often play Grim Patron Warrior, but this situation can be created. This is the power of this deck. Like, almost regardless of what's happening, you still have outs to win the game. And that's what this is all about.
Yeah, I mean, when you can spend 2 mana to draw 2 or 3 cards, and then every other card in your deck either reads kill your opponent or draw a card, this deck is so powerful.